Wrong, everybody cares, but moving on. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brandon from Another Day Faster Coaching. I've gotten a couple submissions from people lately, and today we're going to be looking at Captain Jack Sparrow. So before we really get started, let's look at his form. When we take a look at the arms, let's be honest, the arms are going crazy. The arms are wobbling and wilding and flowing and doing all bunch of random shit. His arms are not helping him out by any means. To be honest, I think Jack would be better off not using his arms in the first place. See how they're kind of out to the side, they're wobbling around, they're not really doing anything for him, they're kind of out. There's no power in this movement, you know. The biggest thing with the arms is that you're driving yourself forward. It's supposed to match your cadence, match your left and right legs. When you bring your right arm up, your left leg comes up. When you bring your left arm up, your right leg goes up. I don't know what Jack is doing. This is not helping anything. This is not doing anything. It's just, I don't know. Moving away from the arms, let's look at the whole body position. You can see in a lot of scenes he's bent way over, and a lot of scenes he's bent way back. Neither is really good. You know, if you're back, you're kind of like Michael Johnson in the 400. If you're way too forward, you're going to be a little bit out of balance. You know, a little bit of forward motion is not a bad thing, but this is a little bit more than a little. A lot of posture is just about balance. It's keeping your foot underneath your center of balance, moving your arms forward. If you're not keeping your body straightened and you're not keeping your body aligned with the rest of your foot and the way that it's hitting the ground, you're really going to lose a lot of momentum. You're not going to move forward the way that you want to move forward. If you're too far back, you're losing a lot of your momentum. There's a possibility it's a little more difficult to breathe if your head's up, if your head's too down. Jack's head, honestly not like that bad, but the body, too far back, too far forward, it's really going to hurt him long term. Finally, let's go to the legs. There's no knee drive. His knees aren't coming up whatsoever. He's trying to go up a hill, he's trying to go down a hill, there's no power coming from this. You know, he's not getting his knees up, which means there's no drive, which means you're not going to be able to move your legs back. When it comes to gaining power, to gaining speed, it really needs to come up from driving your hips forward and your knees up. If your knees aren't coming up, then you're not really getting any power in your backswing, so even if your heels are coming up to your butt, it's not going to do anything for you. It's just kind of, it's just there. Now, I will give him credit, he is running on a lot of sand. Running on sand is difficult, but he doesn't have to do that. Cadence, also not great. You know, they say that you have to do about 180 steps per minute. Now, that's going to be a little bit different for everybody. Jack's a little taller, maybe his legs are a little bit longer proportionally to his body, but watch his stride. You know, there's no pop to it, there's no snappiness to it. You know, he's just kind of moving lazily forward, almost like he's doing a slide less than a run. Looks more like an attempt to fast walk, but failing. I don't know how you fail to walk, but he found a way. Now let's talk about Jack's best distance. Jack is not obviously that fast, but he's got a certain endurance to him. A lot of these scenes, he's running for a good portion of time. People are chasing him now. Maybe it's not more than a few hundred meters, but a lot of people can't do that. Jack's age, about 35, 39 years old in these movies. It's approximate. He might be hundreds of years old based on the pirates, but we're not going to go into that. So I would say for Jack's age, the stride that he has is very low impact, you know, not bringing up the knees a lot, which is honestly really good for trails. You know, obviously I don't really see him running much on the road circuit, doing a lot of 5Ks, 10Ks. You know, I just don't think he has the pop, the speed to go do that. But really, I think the way that Jack runs and the situations in Jack runs, you know, he's running through the woods, he's running through the sand, he's running through the dirt. He's got a lot of jars of dirt. Where I think Jack would strive best is kind of the ultra marathon trail running endurance. I wouldn't be surprised to see Jack at a Western States, you know, running up there with Jim Walmsley. I think Jack's kind of catered to this kind of running. You know, his entire life has been running away from things, running towards things. Being a pirate, you kind of have to build up that endurance to be on a ship, manage a crew, sail, pillage, hold a lot of gold coins. I don't know what else pirates do. Could I beat Jack Sparrow in a 5K? Short answer is yes. Long answer is yes. So to wrap up all of my thoughts, Jack Sparrow, really interesting guy, probably in his early 40s, late 30s, really poor stride, not a lot of pop, not a lot of movement, not a lot of knee drive, really kind of inefficient running. Arms are obviously not doing him any favors, but do I think that he could be a good endurance athlete? Sure, anybody can. Maybe he's just more suited towards trail running, you know, longer endurance, 50 miles, 100 miles, 50Ks, 70Ks. I don't know, there's a lot of these things. I'm impressed with the fact that he hasn't been killed all this time. I would assume he would have by now. But that shows that he's got grit, he's got determination, and he's got endurance, so anybody can run, even Jack Sparrow. If there are runners from TVs, movies, video games that you would like me to do a review on, please leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks everybody.